Alrighty, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the 27th episode of Best Self Weekly. We got me and my boy Jamal. We got a special guest here. We got Hank. Hank's tuning in from his car. Hank, what's going on, bro?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
For sure. And
Um,
let's see, Jamal, how do you know Hank, bro? You're the one that knows him, man. How do you guys get connected? Is it through basketball?
no, it's actually through blood. He's my family. Yeah, it's my cousin. We grew up together playing ball, everything. Our pops grew up together, went to the same elementary school all the way up, middle school, high school, and everything. So it's just our family bloodline. So
Nice, bro. Did you
yeah.
guys see each other growing up a lot or?
Oh yeah, for sure,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, we known each other since diapers, pretty much. Our uncles, our dads, like he said, the whole family, moms, everybody know each other. We're pretty tight knit. Vegas is a small place,
For
so
sure. A lot of hoopers come from Vegas too. That's the thing. Like basketball is unreal here.
Yeah, it is.
definitely
Yeah, it is. Definitely underrated, but there's a lot of talent to come through here.
Yeah, bro. And
starting to get a little pub.
yeah, for real. I don't know,
The
Jamal, you
yeah,
wanna
the kids now.
Jamal, you wanna give like a little intro of Hank, man? Because you know you're his family, bro. Like what he's done in the basketball career and everything before we hop in.
Oh yeah, man. Hank has done amazing things here, out of here in the Vegas community. He's him and his dad is, legends here. Hank, a little bit about Hank. He's born and raised here in Las Vegas, and he actually played at Valley High School, 4 year starter there. Took his team to the state championship. Everything. Ended up going to Virginia Tech. Played there for what two years, and then transferred and finished in TCU and Mountain West first team player. Yeah, all that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Selection. Play for the Clippers. Play for the LA Clippers NBA. So overseas, and, does a lot in the community. With the kids, has his own organizations, own businesses, and everything as well too. So man, I'm just appreciative to have him on a show with us.
Nice.
thank you. Yeah, you pretty much summed it up right there.
Nice, bro. Well, just to start off, Hank, thanks for hopping on, bro. And what I was thinking about asking you, man, like I know we're getting right into it, but what has the game of basketball taught you, man? And how do you like apply it to life? So like what has basketball taught you?
Basketball has taught me everything. It's pretty much been my life. I just probably made a transition now where I'm a father. So that's probably like the only time basketball hasn't been a part of me. But just teaching you, life is going to come with ups and downs, and the cards aren't always going to be dealt your way. But if you keep working hard, things will fall in place for you. Is a lesson that basketball has definitely taught me. And just staying down and working hard. Like keep your head down, work hard, stay positive with yourself. There's gonna be times where you might get down on yourself, but this is a confidence game. Basketball is all confidence. If you think you can make half court shots, I'm pretty sure you'll start making half court shots. If you practice on it, if you work on it, and you just build that habit. So the game has gave me those lessons of building habits, which helped me do things off the court, such as build my businesses and things like that. Just time management is a big thing that sports have taught me. Time management. Before I was 18, I didn't know how to utilize my time, but that's I'm pretty much an early bird. I get everything done. I'm done at 1 o'clock. I can enjoy my day because I know how to manage my time. So
Hmm. That's big, bro. Time management. And like you talked about building confidence, bro. And like Jamal and Hank, do you guys feel like there's a lot of basketball athletes out there that like really aren't that good talent wise compared to like, really popular players, but just because they believe in themselves and they always have that like took them to the next level? Is
Yeah, for sure. I think I would say so only because, like Hank said, confidence is everything, especially in sports. If you believe in yourself, then it's going to take you a long way. Coaches that believe in it, your teammates that believe in it, and everything. So For me, I say yes, most definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah, I say 80% confidence, about 10% luck, and about 5% who you know. So and then the extra is just who are fans. I'll say fan
No,
support.
yeah, for real.
That'll get you through the door. That might help through the door as well. So it's a lot of things that come with sports. As you become a pro, a lot of people I think lose their confidence and lose passion for the game because things don't happen as they picture in their head, or it's not happening as fast as they picture it. So I do think confidence is a big thing that's it's hit or miss. You might have it a lot when you're young, but as everybody catches up to you, some people tend to lose it.
for real. And man, growing up, so Jamal, I don't know if you knew this, Hank. Jamal was one of my basketball coaches for like a couple years. I was like 12,
That's what's up.
13. Yeah, I was like 12 or 13, bro. And I'm the same height as I was back then. I grew like 5'10", 5'11" ever since I was like 12. Haven't grown since, bro. But one thing, one thing Jamal would I remember Jamal would always hang out after practice. So like we
Yeah.
we we somehow our coach like we got this shooting machine, bro, when we were only like 12 years old, the automatic one, you put like five balls in, it goes,
hmm
He
pass.
knows Coach Ernie. He knows Coach Ernie.
Oh, you know Ernie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ernie's my guy.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Ernie Finesse, bro, he got us a dope ball machine and just going off building confidence, like I remember I feel like to build confidence is just getting the reps in, just getting the reps in. I remember like I'd go from sport to
That's
sport,
it.
and when I'd come back to the season, my shot would be way off. But like Jamal would be hanging out after practice, whoever wanted to get the extra reps in, he was willing to be there. So like I want to ask you guys, like how can someone build confidence, whether it's like basketball, whether it's life? Is it just repetitions and repetitions, or what do you guys think about that?
Reps, reps, and building habits. Reps. I'm like I was always the guy. I love when people thought I didn't work out. Like I love when people didn't thought I did the because when they see me and they be like, "How is he doing this?" They didn't know I
Yeah.
was in. I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym 24/7. I'm
Yeah.
I'm in the gym when y'all going to play. I might have went and shot 150 shots already. Then I came out to play. So I was one of those guys. Like I was built on. Hey, you get it when everybody sleep, and I always felt like I was on the East Coast, so I'll wake up,
3 hours.
3 hours earlier because those guys is getting up. So I was like, hey, that's who I was competing against because I never seen those guys play. But I
Yeah.
always knew they were bigger than me. Similar to you. I was 4'11" in middle school. I didn't grow until I was sophomore. So like imagine I'm 4'11" my whole time, but I got a different ticker, man. My heart is a little different. And like I said, confidence because I played so much. Like I just had the confidence.
I feel like upbringing too can install like your confidence as well. Because if you have like the right, support, like family support around you, I feel like that means everything too. I know that helped me a lot as well. Whether that was Hank, my uncles, my parents, my cousins, just everybody in general. Just by having their support gave me even more confidence in myself. So when I did step on the floor or at school or whatever it was, I knew I was already prepared.
Yeah.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
And I feel like besides the reps, bro, like just to be the best versions of ourselves, we need like some type of fuel. Like if you're a basketball player, you got to come out for a minute, drink a Gatorade, electrolytes, you're going. If you're running like a
Right.
marathon, if you're running a marathon, you need like one of those little gummies that give you energy. But like for you guys,
Yeah.
for mentally, bro, like, is there any like fuel that you have? Like I've talked to some people and they'll have a list of everyone who's doubted them and they'll write their specific names out. Like, man, this guy
Yeah.
doubted me. Like sixth grade, this teacher
Yeah.
told me, he looked me in the eyes because I was like messing around in the music class and he's like, you're never gonna get anywhere in life, bro. But like some people will take that to heart and be like, I'm gonna prove you wrong, and it works for them. But like mentally
Yeah.
for you guys, like what's fuel? Like what are your fuel sources? Like if you get what I'm trying to ask.
Uh,
Yeah.
my fuel has always been, Vegas has been small. Nobody. It's not many that made it from Vegas and touched the plateaus. You know, like we could probably count on our hand how many NBA players we had. You know, when I graduated, and I had the the benefit to be around those NBA players and see what's going on behind the scenes, but I also seeing how they working. Like it's not all fun and games. People are getting there working. They're getting their reps in. So I think my fuel has always just been wanting to be the best. I wanted everybody to see me be the best. I wanted to make sure, like you said, I might wrote a couple names down who doubted me and use that as fuel. But I remember I've been down on myself, and I always just look myself in the mirror and build my confidence that way. Just tell myself I'm the best. Can't nobody beat me. Can't nobody doubt me. Like, and believe in myself. Sometimes you gotta rebuild that and build yourself back up when you get down. So that's my feel.
I love that, bro. I love that. I feel
Right,
like when you have that belief attitude, you're like, I believe I can, I believe I can. That attitude, makes you figure out the how to's, like how to do it, the specific actions you have to take. But I feel like it all starts with
right,
like everything's with belief.
But me actually seeing every
right,
step of the way of Hank and his progression and his whole, basketball career, I feel like everything was with, don't get me wrong, it was number one, God, but number two was with his confidence. Like he said, by him being a smaller guard, the things that he was able to accomplish at his size was amazing. And then by him able, like I said, it was only a short amount of players that actually made it out to make it to the NBA, and he's on that list. You know what I mean? So, and for him to do that at his size was all confidence right there. It's like when other people may have doubted him, he laughed because, like he said, he put the work in, and when other people didn't know he was putting the work in, that's why he got so much better than everyone. So by the time that it came for him to match up with these top players, he was ready and he outshined them. So that's how he got his name up there. So man, salute to everything you done, Hank, for real.
appreciate that. Appreciate that. It's definitely been a journey.
Yeah.
Definitely was a journey.
Yeah.
I tell people I got better playing trash can basketball. My confidence came from playing trash can basketball. Growing up as a kid, we'll play games at Doolittle League, Rec League, and then we'll immediately go outside and play trash can basketball, like in front of the gym. So all the kids who just played in the game, they're outside playing trash can basketball. Gets the same. It's like the same game, but we on trash
Yeah.
cans now, and we could dunk on the trash can, so it's much funner. It's much funner. But just imagine like 40 kids playing trash can
Right.
basketball. Like
For real.
spit on the ball. We don't care. Like we wiping it off, keep playing. So like I came from that era, like where we didn't really cry. Like we fell, we got up.
Yeah.
We
Tough.
we wanted the scar. Like we wanted the scar on the arm to be like, we put in some work. We actually, came back with some bloody arms because we was playing
Yeah.
so hard. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I think I actually got better. My confidence came from. I don't know why, but trash can basketball was like epic to me. It was like everything to me.
Everything.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I look forward to it. I didn't even look forward to my game. I wanted to play trash can basketball. So it's crazy. It's crazy. But Jamal knows that. That's true story right there.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But
I feel like, well, me and Jamal talked about this last episode. We just talked about like listening to our inner voice or like our using our imagination, like growing up.
Right.
When you're,
Right.
I was, bro, like, okay, so how, I was gonna ask you this, like, Hank, how do you hear your inner voice? Because I don't know. I loved basketball. It wasn't my thing, like, but I loved it. It was fun. I got into running a lot of marathons, but I remember, bro, some of the best moments of my life was just like when you have a gym and no one else is in there, or you have a neighborhood,
Sanctuary.
and it's
Yeah.
just it's quiet. Maybe you got your headphones in. Like, is do you hear your inner voice or like your intuition or your imagination working when you're just alone and you're just putting
Yeah.
shots up?
Yeah. I think when I'm in the gym alone, I always picture myself, making those shots or playing in those big games, and it was kind of like a manifestation. Because when I'm in the gym, I never really think. I never thought about life. I just enjoyed being in the gym. I enjoyed having that fun. that if it was an hour, if it was 30 minutes, I enjoy that time in the gym. That's my happy place. Even still today, that's my happy place. I hop in the gym. We just played the other day. I think I pulled a hamstring, but I was out there playing
Hey, I hurt my hand, so
like
leave
I'm
it.
20 again.
I hurt
We
my
out there
hand. I'm
playing
right
like we
there with
20
you.
still.
Bro, did you
But
break your
yeah,
arm,
it's
bro?
just
No, it was my hand. It was my hand. It was already messed up, and I'm up here just still trying to play through it because
yeah,
I had heard it when I was overseas. But I ended up still trying to just play through it and never got the surgery that I needed. But now it's definitely time to get it done. So I just got this cast on it. So I'm out for
yeah.
about a couple months now.
Mhm.
But
Sure.
yeah, that's just the passion of the game. So yeah, just sitting back when I'm in the gym, I think it helped me best because I didn't think at all. Like I knew my task, I knew what I had to do. Uh, Basketball came easy to me. It's like riding a bike. Where some things may come hard to people, it really came easy to me. I used to put myself if I had a playbook, I put myself in those situations, so I knew where my shots could come from and where I was able to be effective at, and it actually helped me. I was a student of the game. That was me.
Hank, has it been any times where like you knew that let's say like your friends wanted to go to a party or something like that, and you may have wanted to go or just do something, but then you just like you say, your inner voice tells you like, nah, man, I need to go work out, I need to go study, I need to go do something else other than what they doing to get you to where you
Yeah,
wanted to be.
nah, all the time, all the time. That's we grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's all the time. We could go to clubs in Las Vegas when you're 14, 15. You had 18 in the clubs and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, that comes with being disciplined, and understanding you got to sacrifice some things to get to your journey. Uh, if I could speak to the kids today, if they could hear this podcast, I'd tell them, party ain't gonna come. The parties never stop. It's gonna be the same party as you hear right now. It'd be the same party later. So it's
Yeah.
like you're not missing nothing. You're not missing nothing. It gets better when you accomplish and you have money and nothing's a worry. Your family's in a good situation. Your family can enjoy it with you. So it's like your mindset just has to be different when you're young, which is hard because a lot of kids, get derailed by other things. We got gamers out here now. We got all kinds of stuff. It looks easy, but people are still putting in work. And I just think kids should understand that today. That still work be put in no matter what's going on.
Most definitely. What age was it for you where you could say you really locked in on your goals?
Uh, Man, I was locked in. I always was a dreamer. My dad and sisters and brothers will tell you I used to run around my house with socks and hangers, and I put hangers in doors. And I got hangers in all the doors because of my goals, and I got socks, and I'm shooting in all goals. Like I always wanted to be a basketball player, And as I got older, I played other sports, and I realized, I was good in a lot of sports, but
Yo, you still
I
here?
think a lot. I'm here.
Okay. Let's see. Hunter, you still there?
Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
I'm
here.
here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you guys. Just can't see you guys. But
Bro, sorry.
yeah, I think I've been locked in since a kid. I think I've been locked in since 10 years old for real.
10. Oh,
Yeah.
Dang. Dude, Hank, man, you said you're a father, right?
Yes, sir. Of two.
Yeah, I remember I asked Jamal this too, but I mean, how has basketball, the principles you've learned from it, shaped you into a father?
Patience.
Hey, hey,
It's giving me a great deal of patience because, like I said, I understand things aren't gonna happen your way. Uh, every you could write it all down and you want it to be picture perfect, but that baby's going to cry. That baby's going to pee in the bed when it's not supposed to. Things are going to happen. You got to stay positive and have patience with that child if you want them to have the right development. So I think patience, basketball taught me patience. I think as we're all young and we see ourselves get closer to our dreams, you get a little bit anxious and you kind of like bad decisions of not having enough patience, which I've done as far as like picking places where I've gone to play. So I'd definitely say patience has been everything.
For sure. Man, I don't know what it's like to be a dad, man. We want to have kids soon, but I respect you guys, you know? Like, that's cool. That's cool, man.
It'll happen when it's time.
It's
For
the best job in the world. I'll say that. I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
It, yeah, it really is. You got your little mini me's, man. You yourself how you were as a kid and your kids. And then you'll understand. You'll probably go say sorry to your parents and be like, "My
No,
bad."
for real.
Like I was a little bad, my bad.
yeah. I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
do that, bro. I'm
no,
gonna do that. Tell them sorry for all the stuff I've
yeah,
done.
yeah. You will. But parenting, like you'll see your parents actually get soft. Like your parents will turn into somebody totally different because now they're
The
grandparents.
grandparents, yeah.
Yeah, and now they're like super nice. You like kids just run all over. So I mean, I love the development. Like I love watching it. I love seeing it. It keeps me young. So
Yeah.
if I could take care of 10, I'll have 10. Honestly,
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, bro. Just to kind of, I guess, close this thing off, you know, is there any coach that you had that just truly believed in you and has like impacted your life, has been example and mentor through
for
living the life?
sure, for sure. Besides my father, because my dad coached me a great deal in my life. Um, I would say Coach Farnsworth, my high school coach. Even Brian Hanf, my middle school coach.
Yeah,
I can't ever leave those guys off because Hanif was a guy who, he let me spread my wings at a young age. He didn't try to hold me back and coach so much. He realized that we had a talented team and we were above our age. Like our talent was above what our age was. And he realized that, so I was thankful for him not trying to be like a super crazy coach. Like, come on now, like you don't have to do that. Like we're already playing the same kids every day. Like we're better than we know that. But he installed hard work in us because we did work. We worked on a team, and that was a great team. The only one in Belgium to play on. Every kid on the team went Division One. Uh, Ryan Pineda is like one of the biggest real estate guys in Las Vegas, Nevada. Was a baseball guy. Played for the Philippines national team. Had Ryan Van Bergen. Played for the University of Michigan, Carolina Panthers. DeMarco Murray, running back, Cowboys. Philadelphia Eagles. David Fry, baseball player. Um, I could go on and on. We had a great team. Jeremy Geiger, who was our youngest player on the team, and he had a great career, play overseas for a long time. Another
yeah.
good basketball player, Chris Scott.
Chris.
Oh shoot, I think it cut him off.
Oh yeah, did it?
Ah shoot. Oh, he's reconnected. No worries.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. But
Back, bro. You're back.
yeah, yeah, but I'll say probably biggest impact I saw my dad, Brian Farnsworth, Coach Farnsworth was. Man, that man believed in me like nobody else. I felt like he was in my dreams. He seen my vision, the way I seen, and then works. He can believe too. It's like that was a guy he pushed me to. He pushed me. He made me uncomfortable when it was times to be uncomfortable, which helped me. He wasn't no like yes yes coach. He was a nah, get your ass in there and work coach,
Yeah.
which I loved. I loved. I needed it. He made me a better leader because of it. I learned how to shut up and actually like lead by doing work. and results showed. And so yeah, like I love that guy for that. Man, hey, I wrote down 50 colleges. We sat down there and sent film to all those colleges, and we set stats. We said shot charts. We sent everything,
And that's
and
rare,
we
bro,
got
to have
so
a coach to do
it's
that.
rare. Look, we got 40 no's, but we got 10 yeses.
That's all you need
You
is
know
that.
what
You
I'm
feel
saying?
me?
Like and people start coming in, and once a couple coaches start popping their heads in the gym, and I went from being a Cal State Fullerton guy, NAU guy, to Kentucky, Memphis, Virginia Tech, yeah,
ACC, I
to
know,
Duke,
man.
yeah, like and it went quick, but like I told people, it's timing, people who believe in you, and taking advantage of the opportunity, being ready. You can
Yep.
talk it all, but if you ain't ready, it's people who waiting for your downfall. They might be you in thinking that you're not ready just to see
Yeah.
you fail, and that's
Yep.
when you gotta pop out and be like, "Hey,
No, it's
I'm
not
here.
that.
It's no hard
Yeah.
feelings. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm here." Not your best revenge. Staying ready, having your results, and they can't do nothing to you once that happens. I'm a prime example of it. Uh, I went to college. Everybody laughed at my freshman year program. I was like 5'9", 140 pounds on my
Oh, this is about to get good too. I know what he's about to say.
Shoot, bro. That's crazy. That's awesome.
yeah, that's how little I was. Just to have and to have somebody believe in you that much. But another coach who I want to give a shout out to, Greg Newhouse, Oregon State football coach, was my guy. A lot of people didn't know I was going to play for Oregon State, and that's one coach. He told me I could do both. So he was another guy who truly believed in me. He recruited my father as well.
Oh wow.
So it was like a full circle for him. He seen best of both worlds. And yeah, those three coaches, those three guys outside of my father, which my father being number one, because that was he gave me the ball, he gave me the influence.
Right.
But outside those guys right there, yeah, they've been everything for sure.
For sure, bro. That's powerful.
Yeah, I
That's
I
like to give my
know.
flowers whenever I can, so I'll be trying not to miss nobody and give their flowers.
Nah, I want to give you your flowers just because, like I said, by saying every step of the way, how you made it, bro, was like for real inspirational, not only to me, but to the whole city, and
No,
just
for sure.
I remember going to the game, the preseason game when you're on the Clippers playing against the Lakers, you guarding Steve
Yeah,
Nash and stuff like, bro, like a kid from Vegas guarding Steve Nash just playing a preseason game in front of the hometown. Like, come on, man. It don't get no
yeah,
better. It don't get much better than that. So to actually see
man, don't get
every
no
step of the
better.
way, it's just like, man, I'm proud of you. My family proud of you. Everybody is, man. Like you for
Thank
real,
you, man.
a living legend, bro. So for real.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Job now is to give back. So that's what we're doing now. We're just trying to give it back and bless the youth. And like I said, I'm a vessel. Any kids hear this, and if you guys are always, I'm always an open door for any kid who wants to play or wants to get better. I know a lot of college coaches. Kids need to go to college. It's a different
Yeah,
ball game now, so we can all talk to them and help them, and you know push the narrative to
for
help these
sure.
Vegas kids.
That's what
It's
it's
not just
about.
about sports. Yeah, it's about shaping their lives. So
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. And that's one thing I took from your dad, from your pops, is, by him giving us that outlet to show us that it's another way
yeah,
out, So like I said, not
yeah,
only you, but to him too. I want to give him his flowers.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I appreciate that. I know he appreciate that. For sure, because you to know to know how all of the things that develop. My name is as big as my name because of him.
Yeah.
So with all he's done, and man, I've been protected since a young kid, from street guys to judges, cops. Man, I know everybody because of my dad.
Yeah.
So
Mm, yeah. It sounds like we all can be that one
he's
that one coach, that one mentor, that one person who just like installs that belief in any kid, whether it's with sports, like at church, whatever it is, man, cousin, family, just it's like you're a great example of if like one person, one coach, and yourself, if there's just belief, like it can carry you all the way to the freaking Clippers.
Yeah.
The sky's the limit.
And I was just thinking,
Man, sky's the
and
limit. Hey,
the
sky's the
Lakers,
limit.
the Lakers were always playing here preseason, man. And when you said that, I thought of when Kobe dunked on that one guy so hard in Vegas, bro.
We was kids back then. I remember. I know which one you're talking about. It was
We
Ben
was
Wallace.
kids. I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Oh,
Thomas and Mack.
yeah,
he
I,
just
I
shredded
remember that because Detroit had just came off the championship or something, right?
yeah.
I want to say, and Detroit practiced at Valley High School, and
Oh,
they left all their gear. So we had all the Richard Hamiltons, the Rasheed Wallaces, like we had all their gear. Like I promise, like if you wore a size 14, you was in heaven because that was all 14, 15, 16, you was in heaven. Because they left like boxes of gear. I was like, man, that's so cool of them to come here and just leave everything. Like we were
Yeah.
stoked. Yeah, but I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, just to
The-
grace the court. You know, I play with legends. Like when I play with the Clippers, man, just to be around those guys. Like I tell people, I flew to China with these guys. I sat next to Grant Hill. I made sure I went and sat next to Grant Hill, and like I just wanted to talk to him. Like, look, man, I don't even like Duke, but I like you. Like, I'm telling. I don't like Duke, but I like you. Because he was supposed to be the next Jordan. You
Real
know what I'm
talk.
saying? I just wanted to know his. Yeah, I just wanted to know everything
Pick his
about it.
brains.
And
Yeah,
then I
for
had
real.
the guys who, yeah, and I had Willie Green, who was a big mentor to me. Who shout out, he's a Pelicans coach now. I
Yeah,
had Chauncey Bill, Blazers coach now.
yeah.
I play with Chris Paul. I play with these guys. Now my guys are retiring. Blake Griffin and
I
DeAndre
know.
Jordan. We're all the same age.
I know.
But that was the only youngins on the team. I had the Matt Barneses. I had the Karan Butlers.
All
Like
OGs.
just to see these guys' work ethic, man, and yeah, and just what they was doing. How you know, people tell you they tired, but these guys go to practice, then they got interviews, they got endorsement stuff they got to do, then they got magazines, then they got the kid game, then they got then they got to go back and work out again.
I
Like
know.
it's a different life, so I commend those people, and it's a journey. I don't never want nobody to give up on their journey or their dreams because it can happen at 40 years old. You never know.
What is one thing that you learned from your time in the NBA that you could give advice to these kids that because our whole life, most kids we dream of going to the NBA and picture how it's gonna be when we get there and certain things. But what is something that you could tell them along the way, like? Because for me, what I try to tell them is just just enjoy the process where you is right now. Don't look so far ahead because I feel like that was my problem
Yeah,
because I was always looking towards the finish line instead of just enjoying the process of where I was at. So what would you say since you actually made it, to the
yeah.
league?
I'll say the same thing and enjoy it because I tell people you don't actually make it to the league until you sign you a good like 5-year deal and you in there. It take a good 3 4 make it to the NBA to where you're changing your family's life. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people keep your head and work hard. Understand it's just like you being a new kid at middle school, 6th grade. You got to make the team. You got to establish yourself. Now you did all this at middle school. Now you go to high school. Nobody know you. You got to establish yourself again. Go to
Yeah,
college. Same thing. Start
same
over.
thing.
So
Yeah,
understand, like yeah, you might like you right now. But keep working because your foot's in the door. Your foot's in the door. Keep working. Like don't let your feet get out of the door by your ego. You know what I'm saying? Keep them in, keep them planted, and so other opportunities too. So take full advantage of your opportunities. One year, one training camp can get you paid overseas. You know what I'm saying? You can always come back to the league, but you can go take care of your family real quick and then come back to the league. So
real
what
talk.
options? Don't be in a rush decisions. I'll say, and pray. trust in God, He can always, lead you in the right direction. And, keep the ones around you who believed in you from day one, keep them close and keep them snakes away. Like, because people come up out of nowhere when you start doing stuff. Everybody got your phone number, change your phone number.
Yeah, yeah.
You just got to start moving a little different.
What
That's
age?
all.
What
That's
age
what
for
I'll say.
you, Hank? Do you think that it was for you that where you was just like, okay, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that me, not only me, but my family will be good.
12 years old.
12.
12 years old. Yeah, I was trying to be in the streets and do what the streets people did, and you know what I'm saying. I got caught up, got in trouble. You know what I'm saying. My people wasn't having that. You know what I'm saying. They straightened me out real quick, and I owed it to them to be. I realized that I didn't have it so bad like I thought it. I went to go live with my cousins in Texas in a cabin. You know what I'm saying. You realize, four people in the cabin, six people in the cabin. One bath, one. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
for
Get a
real,
little.
for real.
Yeah, it changed your mindset, and then you getting bullied, like you being the last person in the bathroom, like you know what I'm saying, like.
But I
But they
think that's
happy
what
though. They
no,
not
for real.
worried
But
about the new Jordans and stuff. Like they happy, So
I think that's
like
what
I had to
made you
learn
a
to
dog,
adjust
though.
to that.
No, I feel you. I
It
feel you
did though.
100%.
It did
Because
make me a dog.
yeah,
Cause I realized honestly what made me a dog is I realized I thought I had too much. I was like, shit, I'm in a grateful position. Like I got both my parents. You know what I'm saying? They want me. I get shit. I might not get everything I want, but I ain't poor. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad, he installing, hustling me, so I know how to make my own money. Like, so I just had to learn. I just had to understand, man. A couple whoopings to do that to you.
no, for real. For real. That's what these kids need
It's-
more of, but that's a different topic. You
man,
feel me?
man. Couple whoopings to straighten you out real quick. That's
For
what happened
real.
to me,
Shit, we was getting whoopings by everybody. Look.
man. Get whoopings, man. But and then my dad sent me to basketball camp. We lied and said I was 15. I was 11. I was 11, about to be 12, and I went there and I destroyed the camp. And I knew my confidence blew out the roof because I was like, oh, I'm killing eighth graders, I'm killing high school kids. Like it was
Yeah.
in Pella, Iowa, like Pella, Iowa, bro. I never seen squirrels, nothing. And the next year, my dad sent me on a plane by myself. I was 12. He couldn't fly. He couldn't afford to fly with me. He sent me to a plane by myself. And now that day right there, I became a man that day because I was scared. I was scared. I ain't never been. You nervous. You like, damn,
Yeah.
what? And
Yeah.
like I learned how to navigate through life. Like I learned how to pay attention to things. Like you know what I'm saying. Like
No,
I
I'm
became a
already
man
knowing.
that day. So yeah, I was grateful for that. Like I
I'm
was
gonna
like, you
tell
got
you
me out of
this.
Vegas, out my comfort. So now everybody see me and they be like, oh, he going all the time. No, I've been going all the time.
No, for real. They
Like
not
I've
even
been,
knowing.
yeah, I've been going all the time. Just right now is this was, yeah. I'll
And
just travel a little different now.
it's funny though because by us, like I said, growing up being on the same team, from obviously like I said, playing together and then playing in leagues against each other all the way up, high school all the
Yeah,
way up to I always said it too. Like man, I hate guarding little Hank, man, because your ass is so fast, so quick.
running around all day.
He was
And
a
this
hard
was I
matchup for
tell
me,
people,
man. Like
man, little you got to be a pest and you got to be unguardable. So hey, that's two. Hey, you 6 foot under, you better be a pest and you better be unguardable.
real
And you
talk
better
though.
get fast and start being quick as shit. You better work on your quickness. Like, you just got to be a pest,
But you had
man.
it
Like
all. You had it all for your size, like offensively. You know what I'm saying? You could
yeah,
shoot. You could get to the cup. You could pass. Like
yeah,
you got the IQ. Like you said, defensively, you go lock up, pick up full court. Like you was a real smart player. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that
yeah,
I always gave you credit about. I'm like, dang. And I remember saying the jump for me at least. because obviously I wasn't there every step of the way. He said I didn't see that
Yeah,
trend, but when I did see it, when we got from like middle school to high school, and how your
yeah.
game was just seeing it, and that's when you had like the dreads. I don't know if you remember
Yeah, yeah, on
that.
me. I don't think people remember I started that little dread trend. I just trying to tell people.
And you
I had
have
the
balance
dreads
too, bro.
first
Yeah,
on
balance. People
me.
don't, they not knowing. So it's like I
They
saw it.
tripping.
I'm like, yeah, bro. Like he's like that. He's ready. He ready. And
Yeah,
then I left a year before you did. So then when I found out like the schools, like you said, you was from the NAU to like then the Kentucky, how fast everything transitioned. I'm like,
yeah,
dang, bro, really out there doing this thing. I was so proud of you, bro. Like real
yeah.
talk.
No,
Like
I appreciate you, man. No, I know the real. We always tapped in, So no, I appreciate that for real. Cause
yeah,
I did it for the city, man. Like the city always. That's the when people ask me who I do it for, I say, man, I do it for my city. Like man, a lot of a lot of us didn't know. Like this was just our dream. Like we
I
ain't
know.
grow up with a LA Laker team right here. Like we seen the Rebels.
We
Like
seen the Rebels.
to see
Def
Marcus Banks on the Rebels was like him making it to the league
making
to
it to the
us.
league.
Like
I know.
we like, yeah, we like this ain't on a Rebel. This nigga play with UNLV. Oh, I'm sorry I said that, but man, he played with UNLV. Like, but you know what I'm saying? That was like
Starting point guard,
everything.
everything. Yeah, no, for
Yeah,
real. So then by him
because
getting,
that was our NBA team, and to
yeah,
see Ken Clark and Sean Marion players from
mhm.
UNLV start making it, we not even knowing like they not from Vegas. We think they from Vegas
Just because they
because they
played for
play for UNLV.
UNLV.
Yeah,
Yep,
but like
yep.
nah, only one from Vegas was Marcus Banks. Like, but when I started growing up and like started seeing it and just realizing our basketball, I was like, man, we got some real good players and we got talent. Man, like I said, like one of the best teams I ever seen put together was that prospect team with Bill,
Oh my
Dre,
gosh,
Marcus Lawrence, and I watched them run through cats,
P.
and I
Allen.
was just
Yeah,
like, Vegas is there. I was like,
Vegas is
Vegas
like
is here.
that.
We have arrived. Like
Yep.
they know us now. Like they
Hmm.
know us. Like everybody know us because I was doing my thing too, and
You
I
was
was
doing
creating
yours
a little chatter. You know what I'm
for
saying? And
real.
I was playing for the EBOs and the top teams and the Compton Magics and all that,
Yeah,
But I
that's
always
how I
came
knew.
back and played with my team. Like I always played my team. I got my break off playing with my team, my same dudes from my 11th grade, 11-year-old team. That's how
Yeah,
we all knew each other. We ain't had nobody over 6'4". We just played hard
just
and
playing
we
hard.
had confidence. We all knew what each other could do and we wasn't
Had
scared of
heart.
nobody.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
we
it
weren't scared of
is.
nobody.
Yep.
Nobody.
So.
We set tones early. We ain't scared of nobody.
Hank, was it a year in your basketball career where you saw like God really work? I know we had, a lot of
Yes.
conversations, outside of here, but just for like the listeners, the world to know, was there
Yeah.
any incidents that where you really saw God work in your life? I know.
Yeah. I've always been a big believer in faith. I've been in church my whole life, since I've been a kid. Worship, choir, everything, Sunday school every day. I've been a church kid. So I've always high belief in, God and knowing He shifted my life. The things I've survived and been through, I know God is real. Like I said, man, I prayed every day. Every day, Lord, like I just want the world to see how good I am because I know I'm that good,
Yeah.
and and I need to be on the stage to where I ain't settling for the cow. Like I'm better than that.
Hmm.
Like I ain't owed to me. I love the school, but I'm better than that.
Yeah.
And so that I watch God work, and I listen to Him. And like I said, like you said, man, sometimes you gotta shut down and get away from people. I realized, look, my friends left as sophomores, so it kind of made it easier for me because I didn't hang out with nobody. I hung out by
Yeah.
myself. I worked out by myself. At the time, I had my girlfriend. It was that's all I did: work out and hang out
Yeah.
with my girlfriend. Didn't play. I barely played video games, but a little voice in my head, which I say is God, always said, "Look, this is what you want to do. You need to show me this what you want to do.
Right.
You need to skip a party. You need to skip this, and you need to be in that gym all day,
Yeah.
and you go shock the world." And I listened to that voice, man, and That's what happened. Like even when I was at Virginia Tech and things didn't go my way, I was down, and then I picked myself up, and because I knew I was better, I was way better than I was being. Even though I was playing well and doing those things, it wasn't well for me.
Right.
Like, it wasn't. Yeah, being on the court rate cool for me. Like, I need to be effective. I needed to be effective, and
Yeah.
man, like I kept that confidence and went to TCU, and like I said, that choice was God. Like
That's what I was going to
I
ask
got
you
on
how
my
you
knees. I
chose
don't know what
there.
to do. I need to know what to do. I didn't know. I didn't want to leave TCU. I mean Virginia Tech. I didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
You know, the school I was transferring to was Arizona before I was blocked. To go to transfer to that school. So I had to result to going to a mid-major school
Oh, you was going to go to
because
Arizona before TCU?
yes, sir.
I didn't know that. That's tight.
Yeah. Coach Miller.
Coach
You know what
Miller.
I'm saying? I was
Coach
going to
Miller.
Arizona.
Yeah.
That was the plan right there. So they just had left Xavier.
Okay. Yeah.
So I
Yep.
was with them
Okay.
coaches at Xavier, and I was
Okay.
making that transition. But,
Yeah.
unfortunately, can't talk to nobody back then. You couldn't talk to the schools until you left your school, or until
Yeah.
you gave them an official word that you leaving, and you do it everything. But now you can, it's negotiation now. Like you can do
Right.
whatever now, which
Yeah.
it should be. Like
No,
back,
for real.
they was harboring kids, harboring slavery, but that's a different topic.
No, for real. So, hey, do you not to keep you much longer, man? But I was gonna ask you, do you think your time at Virginia Tech, do you think it prepared you for TCU? Just like the conference wise,
Oh
or
yeah,
was it a big like difference in conferences? So by the time you did get to TCU,
big
you was like,
big difference.
okay,
Big difference. ACC was at the time I was playing. I was like being in the NBA. Every team had 4 or 5 NBA dudes. Like a legit 4 or 5. I could say every team
yeah,
had. And every guard, the third guard off the bench is pretty good. Like he ain't sorry.
yeah. Sorry
Like he
though, he
could,
there for a
yeah,
reason. Yeah,
yeah, he could go somewhere and start. Like he could go somewhere and start. Like so, it was that. It definitely prepared me, man. My first practice, my first game at TCU, I cried because I only seen like 2,000. I ain't see 30 people. And I was just for playing in front of 20,000. So and then our practices were, you got people top players in the country every year.
yeah,
So every year you get new import, everybody good. Like ain't
yeah.
nobody sorry. So your practice is tough. Like and your pace. So like ACC was playing like a more of an NBA pace.
Okay,
When I got to the Mountain West, like the game was easier for me because it was like slower.
okay,
Not saying the Mountain West ain't had no competition because the Mountain West was tough,
yeah.
but it was just slower.
It was
Like
just
they just
yeah.
played at a slower pace because
Okay,
every team wasn't San Diego State.
that's
Like San
true.
Diego State was,
Every
could play
team
in the
in the AC.
ACC back then.
Yeah,
Yeah, they could
yeah,
have played there back then.
yeah,
Uh, UNLV probably could have played back then. New
yeah.
Mexico could have played.
New Mexico.
Them schools right there.
Yeah,
That's tough. Those tough schools to play.
yeah,
Like they had elite players, the Kawhi Leonard, of course. They had pros. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Billy White probably was the best player in the West. Like I'll tell Darren Thompson, best player in the Mountain West. Like
Man,
and anybody could go to the toe for that one. Like
nah, no.
I give you some five. I give you some $5. Them Vegas cats. Like so, I'm just talking my year. So
Yeah, yeah.
like
But nah,
it's definitely that pace, man. That pace was a mug. That everybody had game. Like that's ACC. You respect everybody game. Stars was made every night.
every night.
ACC every night,
I
man.
remember I remember watching you in the ACC beat the number one team, and
We
they
beat
had
Wake.
you. Yeah, they had you in front of the ESPN.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was
yeah,
so dope, bro. I'm like, dang, look at
man.
my cousin, man. Like that's man for real.
Hey,
So
well,
that's
hey, it was rough out there too. It was looking, Had the rough out there, man. It's locked in that snow, just hooping. I'm telling you, because if you don't know Tech, just on the mountain, then it's a college town, so it ain't nothing to do.
Okay. Okay.
Like if you ain't doing some school activity, it's just hoop.
Yeah,
But the
gotta
school
stay.
fun though.
Okay.
The school fun, super fun.
Yeah. But
But
all right,
yeah,
Hank,
man.
man, we definitely appreciate
Thank
you
you,
having on this episode, bro. Like I said, this has been a great one. We learned a lot from you, man, and definitely would like to have you on again. And just appreciate everything that you got going on here in the community, man. And like I said, I always looked up to you. You know, even though I'm older than you, I respect everything that that you have done and that you continue to do on and off the court. You know, what I'm saying you and like you said, you're a father. So. Just keep grinding,
thank
man.
you,
I love you, and just want to say thank you, man. Give you your flowers.
thank you, man. I appreciate you, love you too, man. Appreciate you too, Hunter, for having me. I know he's back there doing this thing with his wife and stuff, but yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you already know, man. Have a blessed one.
All right, you too. Happy New Year.
All right, send to you, bro.